Right, so I don't know how many of you have actually been watching Westworld here, but the show is actually insane. I absolutely love the show. I used to do videos on it quite a lot when I did YouTube, quite regularly. I used to do YouTube quite a lot, but I moved away from it. But considering I'm on lockdown, I'm trying to stream a bit more because I'm trying to get through my backlog. But Westworld is something which I've been talking about quite a lot at work, and I've really been enjoying it. Like it is really really good. Like the whole show is just stunning, from start to finish. The only problem is I was hoping it would be a Game of Thrones replacer. Okay, I got clowned on then. I was hoping it would be a Game of Thrones killer, but it's not. Unfortunately, it's just... Now, this isn't a bad thing. This is not a bad thing. It's just a bit too complicated, isn't it? It's a bit too complicated, I find, at least. That's not a bad thing. That's really not a bad thing. Game of Thrones, I think it became a casual show, as in I got counted on again, as in it was for the masses. The masses absolutely enjoyed it, and again, that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying, I'm just stating facts. I'm not saying it's a good show, it's a bad show, whatever. Well, I'm actually saying it's a very fucking good show. But Westworld is just, I am loving it. From just the season 1 was amazing. Twist I predicted on this channel, on my YouTube channel, and that was that. Season 2 was really good, but again, it was a bit too up in the air. I thought, anyway. I thought it was very, very up in the air, in the way they do things. The storyline was just higgledy-piggledy. It was all over the place, I thought. For it to become a Game of Thrones killer. Or not killer, but replacer. Because we need that big show. We need that, like, ultimate thing on TV. Which would be cool to have. But it hasn't yet. And unfortunately, it won't really be like that. Just because... It's just, like I said, it is just a bit too complicated, I find. But overall, it is good. And there is some big, big things happening in the show. So if you're watching it, it's quite clear that there's 2 timelines. And not just timelines, there's 2 worlds, I think, anyway. So I think there's 2 worlds going on. You can see it quite clearly again in the show, where there are mirror worlds. It seems like there's mirror worlds going on. And it seems like people in the show know stuff which only the viewer knows or only the character knows. And there's no way that one person A could know about person B, really. So one of the hints, obviously, was with Dolores and Aaron Paul. I'm going to say his name. I've forgotten his name's character. Name of his bloody character there. But with Aaron Paul there. So one of the hints, big hint. Oh, and I've not caught that fish before, I don't think. One of the big hints was the fact that what we have happening is she knows all about his past life. Knows everything about his past life, which is absolutely wacky. Obviously, she may have hacked Rehoboam, the big computer that what's his face, Serac worked on with the family that she's actually seduced at the start of the movie as well. So everyone's consciousness or their history was put into that computer, and there was also data sold to him as well by the Man in Black, which hints that, well, they have now a matrix of every single person who was at the park, and possibly half data from everyone who hasn't been to the park as well. So we see hints of Charlotte Hale. We see the video play twice of her talking to her daughter. One's a bit of a robotic way of speaking, and the second is a heartfelt plea. We've seen projections as well. There's many other examples of that in the show, of them having the same scene played out differently, and everything seems to be mirrored quite easily. So I don't think it's going to be very much like the Star Trek mirror world. I think it's very much going to be the fact that what we have here is Serac has put everyone, or is using his Rehoboam computer, because not forget he's the only one who has access. I think that he is the only one who has access to it, and he knows that Dolores is coming. He knows everything that's happening in Westworld because he has that data. He has access to the Westworld data, and he is using that, the mirror world, as a way. Oh, fine, we've got a seahorse. To actually work out how to defeat Dolores. So he's using this world, to work out how to defeat Dolores, because he knows what's coming. So he was able to see everything that happened in Westworld, knows that Dolores is like she is, and he knows there's only one other person who can defeat her, and that's Maeve. And what he's doing is he is using the mirror world to work out different ways to actually defeat Dolores, because obviously she wants to defeat all of humankind. Yep, that's not what Serac wants, because quite clearly we saw a flashback in the last episode where he tried to where he saw a Paris that was destroyed. Now, in teasers for the show, we saw obviously what was going on in the real world with the machine with the circles, and it said that Paris was destroyed due to a event that happened, which is quite clearly that huge nuke that hit Paris. So, with that in mind, he set up Rehoboam to stop these things from happening ever again. Now, the next big event he needs to stop is Dolores, knowing that Maeve has weird sort of things she can do. He's got her out, and he's using her to fight her, because interestingly, we know that black and white colours are quite a big thing, meaning you're good or you're bad. Dolores is now wearing black most of the time. She's evil. Maeve's good. Serac also wears white. So, quite obviously, Serac is the good guy. And so, we're seeing both of these mirror worlds, these virtual reality worlds, happen at the same time. To summarise, because obviously Westworld, they wanted to use people's data, they started doing that with the machine, and now they have access to how people really work. So that's that for my theory on Westworld. If you did enjoy that, that they are in the mirror world. I might do, if I watch the next episode on Sunday and I'm streaming the next day, I might do that as well. But that's that. All right, Bendy, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed my rant on Westworld there. How is it going?